What's going on, guys? We're here at ICAST 2024. We're at the KASTKING booth. We're going to actually talk with AJ here about the new iReel 2.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Gore here, and we are at ICAST 2024 in the KASTKING booth, and I've got with me the introduction of our second entry into the world's only true smart reel, and that's the iReel 1, and now the iReel 2. We've taken the iReel 1, learned a lot from it, made some really cool changes, and you guys are going to love it. Let's start with some of the cool features you can see. So our plating, what we have is a magnesium alloy frame, side plates, chassis, everything is magnesium alloy that has been saltwater treated. If you know that magnesium and saltwater don't get along, we've got a special coating treatment that has undergone lots of testing and is superb and going to protect that magnesium, as well as a 4 times harder plating that we've put on this reel over the previous version. Second thing we're going to go into and notice is the TPE handles. Got the aluminum or knobs in the aluminum handle. We got an amazing carbon fiber drag on this thing. Plus we've upgraded the coating on the Axis I-wing for the eyelet, which is actually really cool. Let me show you that feature. When you actually click the button to allow the spool to cast, that wing opens up, it rotates and allows that line to feed off completely freely with little to no resistance at all. Then you engage it to retrieve the spool. You're going to actually have that wing rotate and have 2 points of contact that will layer that line tightly and neatly onto the spool. Really cool feature. But let's get into what makes this reel an amazing true smart reel. So some of the features you're going to have is you actually have, on our previous version, we had a dual computer chip processor, one for the actual data analytics, the second for the actual spool control. We went ahead and combined the processors to one processor that's doing double duty, right? So what we have is a chip that's going to give you all your data analytics and control the spool speed and what's going on with the spool. But unlike traditional models, to the previous competitions model and our previous iReel 1, we have a linear spool control, but not on the iReel 2. The iReel 2 is a non-linear. One thing we learned is we can actually understand and watch the actual spool or flight pattern and know exactly what it's doing in real time and make critical adjustments overall the entire flight pattern of your lure from the spool. So that's really amazing, whether it's from the ascent stage, the flight stage, the launch stage, or the descent stage. That computer chip's going to know exactly what's happening with your spool, make adjustments to completely zero out backlashes and overruns, give you great distance and great accuracy with no problems at all. No thumb, no nothing. You can hand this to anybody and it's going to do amazing. So you can turn this reel on the default setting and it's going to work fantastic for you. But let's say you want a little bit of control, just a little bit more control. You can actually go to different presets and go, you know what, this thing is operating so amazing, so effortlessly, but I just need to get out there a little farther. I want to go a little farther. I wish I could make some adjustments and do that. Well, you can just go to a preset in distance and achieve that farther distance with no problems and no backlash, total spool control. Let's say you're going to tie on a big XD10 or maybe a glide bait. You can actually tell the reel, hey, we're going into a large profile lure, so let's go ahead and make adjustments for that so we can accurately handle that big load and have that perfect spool control. You can do that with this iReel 2. Cool presets that you can access through the app or just a click of a dial where your normal brake control would be on the iReel 2. But what's really neat is you have other features like flipping and pitching, finesse, and yeah, that's right. Now you can skip like the most best professional you've ever seen, just skip effortlessly with no problems. The iReel 2 is going to give that to you instantly with that application. But let's say you want to just leave it alone, a little bit of control, or you want total control. Now you can go in and actually edit your presets and move these like sliders, kind of like an EQ on a stereo. So if you think you can make adjustments that are going to actually enhance your fishing over the pre-selected presets, you can do that with the iReel 2. So not just total control, some control, or you can let the reel have total control itself and you just enjoy fishing. You have that in the palm of your hands, plus those same data analytics that you had before with some other updates, maps, you've got distance, you've got speed, all kinds of different things that are in this data analytics that you can achieve while using the reel or when you get home in post. Another thing that take note of is this is an IPX7 waterproof rating on the reel itself, or if you pop the side plate off to charge the battery for the analytics side, you actually do not need to charge this reel for it to function properly. Let's say you forgot to charge the side plate for the data analytics. now my reel's not going to work and it's not going to have that spool control because it's electronic. Not true. This reel is designed to, anytime you're rotating that handle or doing anything, it's capturing that energy, so you're always going to have power to run that total spool control, so you don't have to charge this reel for it to function perfectly. But you do charge it to use your data analytics. So some of the cool new features that you can find in the world's only true smart reel in the iReel 2.